about me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not me. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in the shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back, they yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. To get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the bricks. You talk about, now we're doing it quick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I copy chromed out, hard top career with a shine. I got some time, name. I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back, they yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do when you show up on the scene with a 2 drew on you and your friend and play a little 2 on 2? If you do half of what I do, then you'll be hitting the deck. I gotta get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show 'em this ain't the squad for a sucker to test. Pimp, but too large and we way too fresh. Work well with and quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we'll be standing in your front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back, they yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back, they yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Oh! Bring 'em out, 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 bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, 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 bring 'em out.
Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Coming up, we begin a triple header here on Wildcard Sunday, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the New York Jets. Strap in, the first of 3 on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wildcard Weekend on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll start on the ground. Hall. Now he's free at the 35. Breece Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, 67 yards. And the Jets will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Nix to the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing Nix. He'll try and do this himself. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught. All the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 74 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, his first throw of the playoffs is intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Jalen Petrie coming up to bring him down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 8. They'll try and run again with Blue. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Good running right there, and this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
To throw is Nix. And the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But a great coach said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Here's Nix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. First down. On first down, it's Blue. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Now it's Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A good decision in the end to pull and run. Gets him 9 yards in a first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain. So when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's caught. Touchdown, Denver. Chris Olave. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Second and 6. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. A give running right is Hall. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him already. A terrific first quarter here to begin the playoffs.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
Second and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Slot man moves right. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Nix. He'll try and do this himself. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play there for Denver. 42 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jaden Blue, 25 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Nick Bonito in there to bury him for a loss of 11. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield.
Under pressure, they got him again. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
He's got it in. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something.
They got his man complete. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. And now Mitchell, 30 yards. And the Jets are back within a score. Riley now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll go play action with Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Nix. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt for Denver. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. He'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Here comes 3rd down and 7. He'll look to throw here. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. And now Mitchell. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets are able to move back in front. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. Davis fighting. He loses the football. And these guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So problems there on the return. Very costly. Not what you need when you've just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting that score back.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to home and feel pretty good about it. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now a first carry here for the running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Arian Smith, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll look to throw here on first down. The pass caught by Olave. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Off the play fake. Nix. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down, Denver.
look to throw again. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Here's Nix once more. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Here's Smith now to return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wildcard game. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Nix from the shotgun. Now he'll take this and run. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Nick's going to keep this himself. That's taken in by Franklin. Shifts by him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 26-yard line. On play action, here's Nix. And incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Nix to the air. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
6 yards. And it's third down.
Third and 4. Throwing Nix. He'll try and do this himself. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Second and 3. He's got Smith here. I'll call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. He was waving his arms, wanting the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Here's Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Nick's going to keep this himself. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They go with Blue between the tackles. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. They go again with Blue. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 55 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They run for it. Here's Blue. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Nick's going to keep this himself. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now it's Nick's. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 19. Out of the gun, they run with Blue. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Back to throw. Throw right side, Wilson. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And in the second half of the tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
To throw, here's Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Franklin. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now a shotgun handoff, Blue. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
To throw is Nix. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On the give, this is Blue. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jaden Blue with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. You want to try and make something happen, and if you've got the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And the Broncos first down.
They hand it off. It's Blue. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold them up. Second, third guy in, break it the football, get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Yeah, he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Nick's going to keep this himself. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they bring what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this one complete to Smith. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
The clock stopped. 50 seconds to play. 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Back to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out. Bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
He'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. Back to throw. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here comes 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one is tempted to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Oh, it's an enormous call here. They'll go for 2. One play to keep their postseason alive. One final shot. They'll look to throw. This ball intercepted.
I think it's easy to figure out why they went for 2 there, right? You want to make sure you're guarding against a field goal beating you.
Yeah, but with this little time on the clock, they just need to worry about protecting on the kickoff.
That's the big one. And with the kickoff coming up, I wouldn't squib it. I would kick it deep, but not so deep that the return guy can get it. I want to make someone else handle the football. Yeah, put some height on it, take some time down.
So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both feds in the